This comes after protesters torched trucks on the national road near Merrivale, forcing officials to close the road. The move is believed to have threatened the country's economy by restricting the movement of goods. We're joined in studio now by Con Roux. He's Commercial Manager of the N3 Toll Concession. Thanks very much for joining us, Con.
Great to be with you.
So what is the latest? So you had all of that palaver yesterday and the road had to be closed and now it's reopened.
Pumelelo, just thanks very much for having us. Just a correction there that it was actually at Van, not at Merrivale, where the protest action took place. The road was closed from approximately 8 o'clock last night until about 3 o'clock this morning, and indeed 3 trucks were torched, which actually accounted for the bulk of the closure time. It was necessary to recover those trucks and remove them from the roadway before allowing it to reopen. Just to put that importance of the N3 in perspective, N3 carries between 40 and 50 million tonnes of freight per annum. It's also an extremely important leisure corridor, as we well know. And so, for example, one of the flashpoints or touch points last night was the inability of public transport vehicles to head down through Van. So I guess our appeal to all the stakeholders would be to get together in a room and to thrash this matter out and to see whether it's possible to come up with a sensible resolution in order for us all to respect the importance of that economic corridor. We all know that our state president has once again reiterated the importance of economic growth to the country, and the N3 is crucial to that economic growth. Absolutely.
So do we know the backstory about who started fires and have people been arrested? What's the story there?
The SABC are busy with the investigations. At this stage, it's unclear as to precisely what the motives were for the protest action and the blockade of the N3, but no doubt the SABC will come up with their investigations.
Okay. And in terms of going forward, are there any additional measures that you're putting in place to ensure that this doesn't happen again in the near future?
Yes. The N3, as we know, is a 600-kilometre long corridor, so it's very difficult to safeguard each and every kilometre. It's not possible. And thus my appeal to the protagonists to get together and to resolve the issues in a manner which is nation-building, rather than to protect possibly certain interests, but at the expense of the greater good of our country.
And then just lastly, just to reflect on the holiday season, how did everything go in terms of traffic flows and so on the N3 toll?
Yeah, it's a mixture of good and bad. The good news is that our death toll on the N3 toll route for December was reduced from 19 last year to 17 19 in 2017 to 17 in 2018. So that flew in the face of the national statistics, which went out of kilter completely. Having said that, just shortly after the end of December, we had a very tragic public transport crash in which 11 people lost their lives. So at no stage should we ever become complacent. Road safety is a critically important issue which has to be addressed, and again solutions found to the scourge which is affecting our country so badly.
Indeed. All right, Con, we're going to leave it there, and thank you for updating us on the latest. That was Con Roux. He's the Commercial Manager of the N3 Toll Concession.